Sometimes people ask me, do I have to read the Old Testament? Or should I even read the Old Testament? I mean, as followers of Jesus, can't we just skip to the New Testament and the Jesus parts? And I understand that because maybe you tried the one-year reading plan and you read Genesis, exciting stories, maybe Exodus. Then you get to Leviticus. I call it the graveyard of the one-year reading plan, right? It's like, it's hard to get through. So why should we read the Old Testament? And here's my answer. I think the Old Testament is kind of like that person that you meet for the first time and they seem a little bit quirky, a little bit different. But as you get to know them, you realize, wow, they add a lot of value to the conversation and they're willing to tell me things I need to hear even when I don't want to hear them. Well, that's kind of what the Old Testament is for me. So here's why I think you should read the Old Testament. Well, first, I think because it reveals God's character. In Hebrews 11:1, it says, in the past, God spoke to our ancestors through the prophets at many times and in various ways. Now, I know it's tempting to try to read the Old Testament stories through our eyes, but it was a very different culture and context. For example, people in the Old Testament thought very differently about war, about women, about slavery. And so the Old Testament is addressing those issues in that context. But what's amazing about the Old Testament is that God's compassion and mercy is revealed through it all. It's incredible. In the context in which it was written, God is incredibly merciful. So we should read the Old Testament because it reveals God's character. Well, second, we should read it because it reveals who Jesus is. Everything you read in the Old Testament points you to Jesus and helps you understand his beauty, his majesty, his power. In Hebrews 1:2, it says, but in these last days, God has spoken to us by his Son, whom he appointed heir of all things and through whom he made the universe. It's interesting that every Old Testament story, if you understand it, was preparing Israel for Jesus. Take, for example, the Passover lamb. For centuries, they did this sacrifice, but it was also they would understand when Jesus came on the scene who he really was. See, every story in the Old Testament is more clearly understood when you ask, how does this point me to Jesus? The third reason I think you should read the Old Testament is because it actually helps us understand ourselves. In Hebrews 12:1, it says, therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles, and let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us. So, I want you to read the Old Testament to understand who we are as human beings, who God is in response, and to understand what Jesus has done to save us. And that is a stepping stone to being who God created you to be. We'll be right back.